What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to part 3 of the Warframe walkthrough. So, what we are up to right now is we're still finishing Vor's prize, and I think we're going to speed through this a little bit. So we're going to go here to raid the corpus resource caches, which is the next step in Vor's prize over here. We could always go to this as well, and it'll just place us right there. So I can click on that, and it's just going to start the mission up. And yeah, we're going to make a little bit of progress here. So, I don't know if you guys can see it on the bottom left, bottom right of my screen, but I currently have my second ability available right now, and I'm going to use that. So you guys see what that does? That blinds the enemies, so now I stop taking fire, and I don't necessarily have to worry about it for like a short period of time. We can definitely increase that so that they stay blinded a lot longer, but for now, while we're still leveling our Excalibur, it's not that big of a deal. We're not really looking to worry about that. Also, as I don't know if you guys know this or not, but the more you roll around, the less bullet fire you take from the enemies. Like, the less damage that you take, the more you're rolling. So it's just a method that you guys might want to get into. It's just constantly be rolling around and stuff when you're, you know, there's a lot of bullet fire on you. I don't know if you guys can hear this. You hear that sound right now? As you get closer to these caches, you'll hear that. Now that's in everything. Everything in the game that has hidden caches, you'll hear that. And they usually have some pretty good loot. So if you ever hear anything like that, look around, see if you can find the cache, because definitely could get yourself something really cool out of it. So, as we get into more complicated hacks, like that was fairly simple, I can give you guys a tactic that I use to kind of hack them really fast. Which basically, I'll just tell you now, it's pretty simple. Hack the outside first, and then line up the middle. So, basically what we want to do now, that we can build the countermeasure, is we want to go ahead and build that. So, this is the Ascaris Negator. And basically what this is going to do is this is going to remove those things that are on my shoulder and everything, so Vor has no control over me. Which we definitely don't want Vor to have any control over anyone. Clearly doesn't know what he's doing with it. Okay, yes. So that's awesome. That took 0 time to build. And, or does it? Well, look at that. It said 0 time. Like, it said hours, it said like 0 or whatever. So yeah, right. It's not taking hours, but it's going to take like 30 seconds maybe. And, basically when this thing is done, we're going to wind up pulling this out of the foundry, and we're going to wind up putting it on so that we can get, or remove these little things, like on the shoulder, and, on the leg down there. Alright, cool, so that's done building. Now what we want to do is we want to claim this, and, awesome. Weaponsmith. Fantastic. So, cool. Now that that's built,
what a waste.
Good. You managed to disarm Vor's Ascaris. I thought I lost you.
there's an important thing that happened before when we exited that mission, and it's that...
Hello, operator. May I suggest you access navigation and save your life? For my sake.
Is that we actually made it to Mastery Rank 1, or we have the ability to now qualify for Mastery Rank 1 test. Now, typically what I recommend you guys do is just make sure that, you know, you're all set up, you're good to go, like all the mods you have on are good mods, and you just, you know, it's like life is going to be a little bit easier for you because your mods are stronger and stuff, you have the right mods on. But right now, there's no way that we can practice this test. We haven't gotten the ability to get to any relays yet or anything like that, but the early mastery tests are fairly simple, so it's not that big of a deal. But in the future, I will show you guys in this series what you guys want to do so that you can practice the test before you take them, because if you fail the mastery rank test, you will not be able to take it again for another 24 hours. And you know that you're ready to qualify for a mastery test. I don't know if they added it so it says this on consoles. I've never seen this before on consoles, but what I do know is that this is flashing. You guys see this little blue bar right here? It flashes. That means I'm ready to mastery rank up. So that's ultimately what we want to do. You guys wanna, when you can master up, you wanna go do that. So right now, let's go do that. Let's master rank ourselves up. Qualify for master rank and test. You can only attempt this once per day. Are you ready to become initiate rank? Abso-friggin-lutely. Okay. So what's cool about this is they're not firing back at me. They all have batons. They've really made this... and then I spoke. You got a weapon. Wonderful.
I believe you can handle more.
So what's interesting is I'm looking at the bottom right of the screen and I realize I can't use my Warframe abilities. I actually have to pass this test with just my primary weapon. Now the mastery rank tests do get harder as you get into the higher mastery ranks. And then once in a while they'll give you a master rank test that's just too easy. So they do get harder, but then they'll like surprise you with a fairly simple mastery rank test. Alright, so I'm rolling around everywhere to avoid damage from the gunfire.
Excellent. Continue.
And if you guys look at the left of the screen, I have a timer. I'm completely being timed on this, so we do want to be a little bit quick about it. One enemy left. And that's it, you guys. That is Master Rank 1 test.
Performance. This test is now complete. Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
So this is cool. Now it's saying Vor's prize, obtain the navigation segment. Which is cool, if we want to go here to do that. Also, you guys see these, like, flashing things right here? That means that I can go to these levels, and I can actually do these and complete them. And when I complete them, I'm going to open up the next level, and so on and so forth. You do get Mastery Rank for completing these tests. You get Mastery Rank for leveling up your Warframes, your weapons, just anything that can be leveled, you get Mastery Rank for. And ultimately, you want to get your Mastery Rank up really high, because that allows you more things in the game, like... It allows you more trades that you can make. It allows you more fissure you can hold. You'll learn about that further on in the series. There's just a lot more that it opens up for you guys. So you definitely do want to be having a high mastery rank. It's just it allows you to have more, which makes your life easier. So before we get into that and we go do that, there's just one thing I want to double check, because I know now we're about to fight Vor in what we're doing, and this may be a little too soon. I might actually. It might be smarter if I go run other missions first, and then maybe come back to this before we do that, but I just kind of want to see if there's anything I can throw on here. So if I throw a flow on, it's going to allow me more energy, which might allow me to use my ability a little bit more often. Let's back out of here for a second. Let's go to abilities and see what our stats are at. So these are our stats with the mods on. I can view them without any mods on to see what the base Excalibur is, but... We're not worried about that now. We want to worry about what it is. So, it's costing me 50 energy right now every time I use my second ability. And we can make this better in the future. The more mods I get, I'll teach you guys like how to mod Warframes and how to read that. But we're not there yet. We're just working with what we're working with right now. And just going to show you guys how to read your stats, basically. So, it explains what every ability does, tells you how much energy it costs over here. And then it basically tells you, with your mods on, what it's doing. So... Right now, for the radial blinds, my range is at 17 meters, 17.85 meters. That's not bad, especially, you know, for where we are right now, in the very beginning of the game. That's pretty good. And then it says the duration is between 7 and 10 seconds, or it's at 10 seconds right now for a duration. So I know that I have 10 seconds that I can stop all enemy fire for as long as I have enough energy to use this ability. And that's basically what's up there. So if we, let's see, back out of here, and we go to upgrade, and we throw on, let's say, a continuity. This continuity is duration, as you guys can see. So it's 3% ability duration. So if I throw this on here, and then we go back and we check out the stats, we're going to wind up, instead of that being 10, now it's 10.3, which is, honestly, guys, that didn't do a damn thing. Like, that didn't do anything. But that's also a damaged mod that I don't want to put any energy into, because it's damaged and it'd just be a waste. So I don't actually want to add anything to that. But when I get an actual continuity and I max it out, this will be a much bigger difference, and you guys will be able to see it for yourselves. So, like I said in the previous video, all the damaged mods, we don't want to pay any attention to them. We don't really want to worry about them right now. But what I do want to do is see if maybe I can put a regular redirection on here, which I know it's not going to fit. Let's put that on there, and then where's Vitality? So, by the way, I want you guys to notice this too. When my Vitality... See, I can't do that. I can't put it there. So let's do this. Let's take this off for a second. When my Vitality was here, I had 3 out of 6 capacity, right? This Vitality by itself is worth 2 Polarity, and this redirection right here is worth 4. So, if I have the Vitality here, I'm saving 1. Like, it's cutting the 2 in half and making it 1, and then I still have this 4 to work with. And I can't place it because I don't have enough capacity left. But if I put this here, it takes that 4 down to 2. I still have 2 left over, and now I can fit the Vitality on there. So now I just basically increased my shields and my health, and I still have a decent amount of range so that I can blind these enemies. So this range right here is actually what's causing me to have that 17.85 meters on my Excalibur that you guys can see right here. 17.8. That stretch mod is what's doing that. It's range. And you guys, it says it right there, range. So you guys know that you're looking for a range mod there. And for this, if you want to increase that, you're looking for a duration mod there. But again, we'll get more into detail as to how to build frames, what mods are good, and how you guys can find a playstyle that you enjoy using. So, let's get into this. Let's go kill some Vor. See how difficult this is actually going to be. Because I don't know what this is going to be like killing him. At such a low level right now. I don't even know if it's going to be possible. I might actually have to go do the other missions in the game to get more mods, maybe increase my like stats on my Warframe. Because my Excal right now only has his first 2 abilities. I have to increase him more in his own rank in order to unlock more abilities.
Destroy the reactor. Destroy the fuel injectors. That should take the pressure off the colonist ship, but you need to get out of there. Get to extraction before the reactor goes critical.
So cool. Maybe now we're gonna fight Vor, but we definitely got the nag segment, so we're gonna plug this in. And we're gonna see what this does.
When you are ready, proceed to the navigation console. The detonator is charging up. You need to bring Vor down. Alright,
so now we're gonna go fight Vor. And I'm pretty excited because I actually really do want to kill his butt and get this over with. So, confront Captain Vor, Cambria Earth, level 2 to 5. Let's do this. Alright, now fighting Vor, this is going to be a pain in the butt. Especially since we're not super leveled right now. Remember, you just want to keep rolling around and stuff so you get good shots to take.
Your grudge will serve us well. For my queen!
So you guys, take a look at his health. When I got his health down, it kind of made it so that I couldn't kill him anymore. You guys see his health is gray, and then it goes back to yellow and blue. Blue is the shield. Yellow means that he has armor on, and if it's red, that's just straight up his health. Where is he now? So Vor's basically going to keep going through stages where we're going to keep attacking him, and he's going to go into this little, like, you know, protection thing where we basically can't kill him anymore. Alright, might be about time I use the no shit button. Please give me help. Please give me help. Or something. So I'm not limited to just having to fight him there. Oops. It'd be really nice if any of these caches just drop some energy or some health or something like that.
You will join us one way or another. Respect what order. This will.
Oh, I'm getting electrocuted. This ain't good. So I think what I'm going to keep doing as a strategy is I'm just going to try to keep running to parts of the map where all these enemies aren't. So you guys see that? I took his health down, or his armor down, and now he's putting his shields up and stuff. This is a little wuss. Now, if you're a veteran and you come back to this mission and you play it, you know it takes you like a second to kill Vor. Currently, that ain't the case.
This one has your name on it.
3 health. About to die, but it's all good because we have multiple lives. So it's actually fine. Wow, it really doesn't want to give me any health, any energy. It doesn't want to give me anything right now. I keep breaking open this stuff.
One way or another.
Oh, awesome. He followed me over there. That would be perfect.
Tenno, look. The Ascara's detonator is just disintegrated. It's as if it was directly connected to Vor. We're done here. Go to extraction.
So, now that that's done, what do we do? And that's awesome. We have fissure missions that are already popping up for us, so that's really cool. You guys see all these are locked. If you guys look over here, the little lock symbol, we can't get to these. And the only reason we can't get to them is because we don't have this planet unlocked. Like, we don't have Sedna unlocked, we don't have Eris unlocked. Like, we're still just on Earth. So that's why we have E Prime available, because this is the only planet that we have. So if we wanted to do these fissure missions, we could go do them. But
I've been thinking, Operator. I thought you'd want to know.
thanks, Ortis. But we don't want to do them just yet. If you're going to level up, if you want to focus on leveling yourself up, then I say it's smart to do these as a method of leveling up. But ideally, we're going to wind up doing these missions, and we're going to wind up getting Fissure, which we can't access yet because we don't have our Void Relic segment open. And we're going to wind up getting Relics, which I don't even know if we can use yet because we don't have our Void Relic segment open yet. And what we have to do to be able to open that is we actually have to complete the Mars Junction, which is right up here. We have to get here and complete this in order to move to the next step. So that means we're going to have to go do this mission, which is a mobile defense, and then we're going to have to go do this one, which we can't see what it is yet. So I guess that's what we'll do. We'll start off and we'll go do this one. But here's what we're going to do. I'm going to complete all of these that we're up to. Actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go do a Venus Junction so you guys can see what the junctions look like. And this is cool. If you guys look right here, let me hover over this. Oh, I can't. Alright, so look to the left of the screen. When you get to a junction, the first thing we have to do is complete Vor's Prize. That's checked because we did that. Then we have to collect 20 mods. We have 18 out of 20, so I clearly can't even go do that yet until I get another 2 mods that I don't have already. So then apply 4 mods to a single Warframe or weapon. That's another thing we have to do to unlock being able to get to this junction. Upgrade a mod to rank 2 or higher through the fission process. So we might be able to do that right now, and I'll just get that out of the way so I can show you guys what you do to accomplish that. And then defeat 3 Eximus. What are they? I need that mod to move out of the way. I need these mods to move out of the way. Defeat 3 Eximus enemies on Earth. So Eximus enemies are typically a little bit harder enemies. Just so you guys can see what the Eximus enemies look like, so you know what you're looking for. They're gonna have this like glowy look around them, this like orange glowy look. And I know I just saw one around here. Here he is. This right here. This is an Eximus. It says Arctic Eximus above his name, but you'll tell because, like, he just had that orange look. That's how you know that it's an Eximus. It's gonna basically look like that, so you guys know what particular enemy you have to go kill. I'm gonna show you guys now how to rank up your mods, and that's what we want to do. So you can do one of two things. You can come here and you can, you know, like, just basically take your mod. So I want to take this one because it's not damaged. I know I will be using it. It is so important. Even if you're like end game, this is still an important mod. Just because it's bronze doesn't make it any less important. But we want to rank this up to rank 2. And if you guys look over here, what that does is it takes my show capacity from 40 to plus 120%. So that's awesome. And that's only just going to keep growing as we go through this. But that's what we want to do right now. So I did that. We want to apply fusion because we have enough endo. We have enough credits. Apply fusion. Fusion capacity, fusion conflict installs mod would exceed capacity of Excalibur. Cooperative configure A. So let me show you guys what this means really quick before we do that. It doesn't mean anything really that bad that you guys have to worry about too much. Basically what it means is we're going to go over to our Excalibur and we're going to notice that we have 0 capacity right now, right? So I have 0 leftover capacity. If I rank a mod up, it's going to use more capacity. So in order for me to do that, basically what would happen is, and also the config A, it said, it's talking about this. This is config A, then we have config B and config C. So you guys can set up different builds for different purposes with your Warframes or weapons, and you just remember that you have them there. You go put them on anytime and go use them. It'll make the life a lot easier. But we'll get into, you know, you guys will learn further on in the series why that's important. So right now, what we're going to do is we're going to take Vitality off, which we don't actually have to do. If I take Vitality off and I increase this mod by 2, let's take a look. If I increase the mod by 2, it's going to wind up being a polarity of 6 instead of 4 that it is right now. So basically if I do that, it's going to go to 6. If I leave it here, since this cuts everything in half, half of 6 is 3, when we come back to this, it'll say 3. But let me show you guys what it does if you don't have any room and you want to go do that. So here's the other way you can get to where we last were. We'll go to mods right here, and then we'll take our redirection, we'll put it in here, we will bump it up by 2, we'll apply it, it'll tell us there's a conflict, and then I'll say uninstall mod, which is fine. Uninstall mod just basically, all it means is it's taking it off the Warframe, it's just selecting it off for you. So yeah, we want to do that. Okay, cool, little achievements unlocked and stuff. And now let's go back and take a look at our build. So now that we have this on our build, our redirection right here now says 6. Okay, and I don't have enough room to put it on, so we're just going to take Vitality off and throw that back on there. Not that big of a deal for now, at least for the early part of the game, like how you guys mod everything. It becomes more important later on down the road, but for now, since we're so still so like fresh to the game, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't make that big of a deal. But now we'll go over here to, let's see, the junction, and now it's checked off. You see, upgrade any mod to rank 2 or higher through the fusion process. So you guys can see that's checked off. Now that's something we don't have to worry about. That's all done. And then the only other thing we're going to have to do is apply 4 mods to a single Warframe or weapon. Let's see if we can just do this once. And then take those mods back off. So we're going to go over here to upgrade. Let's see. We got this polarity, that polarity. We only have 6 to work with. I don't think this is actually going to work out, to be honest, but let's see if we can get it to work. So it doesn't really matter what we put on here. Here, this is a low one, so that's only taking up 1 capacity. Now I want a V polarity that is low. Here, this is low. And now we have 4 left, so I have a 2-fer right there, and I have a 2-fer right there. Okay, awesome. So that totally worked. That did that. Our tools shape us. And now let's take everything back off, because we don't want this on here. I don't want to run around with this kind of build on Excalibur. So let's do that. And then what do I have on here? I had stretch on there, and that's all we could fit at the moment. So let's go back over and see if that actually made a difference as well. Also, side note, if you find this quicker, you guys can just do this. You can just go navigation, and it puts you right there. So that's another little quick hack you guys could be using. But yeah, that totally worked. So that's awesome. Now that's done. All we have to do is get 18 out of 20 mods. We have to get 20 out of 20 mods. So we only have 2 more mods left to go get, which basically means pick any one of these missions that you're available to do. I'm probably going to pick this one because I want to get to that Mars junction. I want to be able to have more planets than just Earth to be able to access. We're already here at the Venus junction, so I'm definitely going to work my way up towards Mars, and I'll be looking to get that segment unlocked. The one that, by the way, the segment I'm talking about, that Void Relic segment, is going to wind up being this thing right here. This is the offline segment required, right? So we got to do this. We got to beat the Mars junction to get a hold of this, and yeah. We'll wind up getting there. But you guys, for now, that about wraps up part 3 of the walkthrough series. And you guys, thank you so much for watching. I love your faces, and look forward to part 4. I will see you guys later.